Hi guys, welcome back to Too Cool for Middle School. I thought we would do a little makeup tutorial today and kind of like a little review of my current favorite palette. I have been loving this one. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Collection with Weylie Hoang. Weylie's one of my favorite YouTubers and I bought this like the second that it became available. I've seen it at Target. I got it on the Physicians Formula website, but I really like it. It has 6 different products to play with here, and we're gonna actually use all 6 of them today. It has a little bit of a scent, which all of the butter bronzers do. This one is a little bit different. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but once you put it on your face, the scent isn't there anymore. But when you first open the palette, it's like a little bit whoa. So I'm gonna use this on my whole face today. Already I've used a couple of other Physicians Formula products. I actually didn't realize I was using so many, but I like this Spotlight Primer from Physicians Formula. I just use a pump or 2 of this before I do anything else. And then I've still been loving this Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I've been using this for more than a year now. This might be like my 5th bottle of this, and I think I have 2 backups because I just really like it. This is the shade MW2, and I always apply it with a damp beauty sponge, and I really like how it goes on. It's like light to medium coverage and pretty dewy, so I am a fan. And then I also filled in my eyebrows with a Benefit pencil. But for pretty much everything else, we are just going to use this palette. So I'm gonna start with bronzer. I'm gonna use this one from up in the corner. This is the Deep Bronzer. This is a contour brush from Beauty Society, and I really love these for bronzer. And I'm gonna do a little bit more blending later. And then I actually like these 2 blushes mixed together. This one I feel like is a little bit dark for me, and then this one is a little bit light, but together they're really nice. So I'm gonna start with the darker, more mauve shade down here. Hi Jensen, how are you?
I wanna sit.
You wanna sit? Okay, hold on.
I wanna sit on it.
Okay. Okay, that was the mauve shade, and now we're going in with the apricot blush on top. This is a Real Techniques blush brush, and together I really like those. Jensen wants to sit on my lap real quick and show you something.
It's the, I don't know that.
Is that the underminer?
I know.
It's a tunneler?
Yeah, a tunneler.
Oh, wow.
And there's an inside in the tunneler. It was the underminer.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Let go. See?
That's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna finish my makeup, okay? I'll come play with you in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Bye.
Bye. That's very typical of the getting ready process. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this highlight right here. I think this is Whimsical Caprice. And this is actually a foundation brush from Sephora, but I really like using this one for highlight. It does look a little bit funny in the pan, but once you put it on, I actually really like it. It looks very good on Zoom calls, I have to say. Just do a little bit under my eyebrows there. So I feel like the key to all of this is going back to the damp sponge that I used to do my foundation, and then just blending everything together again. And I feel like this just makes a world of difference. You don't see as much of like a demarcation between the bronzer and the blush and the highlighter. Like they all just kind of melt together when you use this. It's a lot more common to use a sponge with like cream products, but I really like how it looks when you just use this to blend everything together at the end, even when you're using powders. Okay, so now my face products are done, and I basically just used one palette to do the whole thing. So this has been really nice for getting ready really quickly in the morning. And I'm also gonna do my eyes with this palette as well. So this one right here, Golden Hour, is so pretty as an eyeshadow. It's meant to be a highlight, I think, but I love it as an eyeshadow. I have like hazel eyes that sometimes look brown and sometimes look green, but if I use a lot of like peachy orange colors around my eyes, then they look a lot more green. So I love using this shade to kind of bring out the green in my eyes. So I'm gonna do a super easy eyeshadow look. This has like the perfect amount of shimmer, and all of these shades are so creamy because they're all like that butter bronzer formula. So this just goes on so nicely, and it's super, super easy. And then the only shade we haven't used is the Sunset bronzer down here, and I'm gonna take that on a fluffy brush, just tap it a little bit and use that in my crease. And this one is nice and matte, so I actually really like how it goes well with the wash of color on my lids that's kind of sunset. And then this shade I think is so nice as a crease color on my skin tone. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit more and add that to the outer corners. Just to deepen it a little bit. Okay, so I love that eye look, and I've officially used every single shade in this palette. I think they're so wearable, and they're just really good for spring. Like, I love kind of a peachy, bronzy makeup look for every day. I don't have very much else to add. I am just going to take a little bit of brown eyeshadow from this unfortunately discontinued Big Beautiful Eyes palette by Benefit. Just gonna take this shade here with like a stiff angled eye brush and use this as eyeliner. I think I used this little tiny palette in the very first makeup video I ever did on YouTube. It's so old now, it's been so long, but I'll link that video for you so you can see my makeup look from like 5 or 6 years ago. Eyeshadow as eyeliner is my favorite, so I rarely use actual eyeliner. I just love a dark brown to kind of like smudge my lash line a little bit, so we're done there. And then for mascara, I'm gonna use this L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. So almost everything I'm using today are drugstore products. I really like this mascara. I've been using it for, I don't know, however long it's been out, maybe like 8 or 9 years. So the mascara obviously makes a big difference. So without, gotta do the other side. I love mascara. What an amazing invention. Okay, there we go. So again, I love this eye look. There's not a lot to it, but I just really love that lid color. I just think it's so fun. So the last thing that we're gonna do are lips. This is a mini size that I got in like the Ulta checkout line, I think. This is Twig from MAC. It's just a really pretty kind of neutral shade. And I really like how it just like brings everything together. Let's fluff up the hair a little bit. Okay, so there's the finished look. This is what I've been doing every day for like the past 2 weeks. This palette is amazing. I think it just makes getting ready really easy, and it gives you a really pretty look that's not like too overdone. These are all pretty natural colors, and they all just work so well together. So I think the whole look is just like cohesive. So anyways, let me know if you also have this palette or if you pick it up. I know it does have that very like fake coconutty smell, but it's really good all around. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.